What's up, guys? It's Smalls
and Biggs.
We're
How's
back
it going?
for another podcast.
Yep.
Another one.
How many is this?
What episodes?
How many episodes?
I think we're getting to 40.
Oh dang.
Around 40.
Yeah, probably
Or high 30s.
high 30s.
High 30s.
That's what I think.
Well, we did 12 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
We're 21 into this one. 12 for that one.
So we're like 33.
Yeah, 33.
Something like that.
So low 30s actually.
Yeah. We only have like 19 weeks until a year. 19 more episodes.
That's true. We only got 19 more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not 19 more.
Not really, because we skipped a couple weeks sometimes.
Yeah. Because this is December. The new year starts January, so we have like 4 more.
Well, for years since we started.
Oh, yeah.
So like
yeah.
March.
Yeah, March we have like 20, almost 20, so we'll be at like 50.
Yeah.
50 when it's officially our 1 year anniversary. I want to go big for that 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, cake and everything.
Let's go. But as you guys notice, this is not a Monday. This is a Tuesday.
Tuesday morning.
You want to explain?
I have sunglasses on, as you can see.
Yeah.
YouTubers can see.
He's doing the cool guy look.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to be cool, that's all.
Yeah. No.
No, yesterday I got my eyes dilated.
Yeah.
And they are still dilated.
Nice.
So pretty much what that means is your retina,
They shine up brightly.
it opens up and it's capturing more light. So I'm very light sensitive right now.
Yeah. That's why we have our light super low.
Yeah.
It's usually super bright.
The ring light is like on the lowest setting.
I was like,
And then we
does
got
this
all these
work?
lights.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any stronger sunglasses either. It was like trying, but pretty much if I get too much light, I get a headache. And it's also very blurry. So, yeah, can't see much. It's fun.
That sucks.
I know.
But that's the reason why we didn't record yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys wouldn't have noticed, but it's fine.
But we would have definitely noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they would notice.
What
I feel
time
like
is
you'd
it?
be thrown off.
I didn't even put my watch on.
It's
12:30.
Yeah, it's early.
12:40.
Yeah, it's early. It's not that late.
I thought you were thinking like 3 o'clock for recording, and I was just laying in bed. And then you text me, I'm on my way, and I'm like, oh crap, I have to get up.
Well, I was doing the dishes and all of that stuff, and we were texting. I was like, can you drive, just to see if you could drive? And you're like,
can't drive.
Nope, I cannot. So I was like, oh, okay, I gotta ask my mom. I was like, can you drop me off at Chance's sometime today? And she's like, yeah. So then I don't know, she's like, I want to go to the store. So I was like, perfect timing. So I went out and I was like, can you drop me off at Chance's? She's like, yeah. And so I went and got dressed and all that stuff, and I texted you right when we were like leaving the house. Funny thing is, I almost forgot the bag too. I went out and I was like, why do I feel so much lighter? And I was like, oh, the bag. Went back in, grabbed it. I went out. I forgot my water bottle too. I was gonna bring my water bottle.
Oh yeah, that's
but it was like it threw me off because we were like, my mom was like, okay, we're gonna go. So I was like, okay. So I went and got my shoes on and all that stuff, and I filled my water bottle up. And then they started heading out the door, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go. So I went out the door, and then I ran back in for the bag, but my mind just forgot about the water bottle. And then we left.
Dang. Rip.
And I was like, dang it.
You know you can grab water upstairs, right?
No, it's not. It's different.
Oh, okay.
I like my water bottle because
Okay.
it's like big. It's like this big off the table. So it's a pretty big water bottle.
Yeah. How many
like-
cabinets does it fit in?
It's like no, it's like actually like that big.
It's like the
so
size
it's like
of Mike.
a little bit bigger than the mic. Just like not insanely big, but at the same time big enough so I get enough water in tank.
I just bought one that's like this big around
Yeah.
and like this tall.
Wow.
It was a gift to my mom for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I found the same exact one in a cabinet somewhere, and I was like, "What?
You're like, what the
Are you
heck?
kidding me? He's ruined my
You already got
Christmas gift.
You ruined it. You
So
already
I'm just
had
gonna-
one. What the heck?
I'm just gonna keep it for myself.
Um.
It's giant though.
Yeah, I asked for a water bottle a little way back when I was starting to get out. Me and Piker were in talks of working out and all that stuff. He was like, "You need a water bottle." I was like, "Okay, I'll try to find one." And that's when, like a day or two later, they went to Costco and they got water bottles. They got two. Well, they got other stuff, but they got water bottles also. They got me one and Piker one, and then that's been like my water bottle now. It's green and everything. It's my middle name.
Nice.
Epic. So I used it a lot when I was working out. Piker was like, "You need to drink 3 of those a day. Like, fill it up to the brim. Drink it 3 times. Like, that's the max water. Like, that's how much water you should be intaking a day
Mm-hmm.
when we're working out." I don't do that anymore. I'm gonna start working out, but we took a break because the holidays are a rough time to try to work out, especially because we were only working out for like 2 to 3 months. If it was like a year, it would have been like easier. Like, we could have took a break and then come back to it, but Piker was like, "Yeah, let's just wait until the new year, and then we'll start working out again once, like, we don't eat a lot
Yeah. All right.
during the holidays." So, yeah, I should have that laying around. Sometimes I'll just grab it and fill it full of water and go to my bedroom while playing video games.
Yeah.
Drink water.
Playing what?
Playing any game.
Any game?
Any game. Minecraft lately. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft.
Nice. I saw that the other day.
I just, it's weird because I just wanted to play Minecraft out of nowhere. I was like, I'm gonna play Minecraft because I watched a YouTuber and he was like OP villagers and all that stuff, and I never actually went to the villagers for stuff. Like, I did a little bit, but not like to the escape that everybody else does, where they're like, "Oh, I could get like epic armor from this villager if I max them out." Me, I'll just go to them for a little bit, steal their food, see if they have any good trades at like level 1, and then just leave.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can go mine, because it was easier to mine back then. But now it's harder. So now it's kind of worth it to go to the villages. So I was like, I'll try to go find a village. It took me 3 hours to find a village.
Are you serious?
Yes, on my first day
3
back.
You wouldn't.
3
you didn't just
hours.
quit the world and make a new one?
No, because I kept getting epic stuff in that world.
Oh.
I saw like a pillager outpost, which is like rare to see in like this update. It's like not a lot of people, like, they're in the world, but it's like hard to find. I found one of those before I found a village. I found 3 desert
Those are next
pyramids.
to villages.
There wasn't one around.
What?
I found 3 desert pyramids, 3 of them, 12 broken down nether portals. I found like all this gold stuff that you usually only find like 1 or 2 of in a normal world before I found a village. I found a village in like an icy place in like the snow biome.
Oh, nice.
It sucked. I deleted that world after that. I was like, this is the own village. Okay, I'll try to do it. Everybody wanted coal. I was like, I don't got coal. So I went mining, couldn't find coal. It's like, this is stupid. Next world. Next world, I found it within like 30 minutes, a village.
Nice.
But nothing else. Well, I found a desert pyramid, and then I found the villagers like right by it. And I got killed by a witch.
Oh.
Because I had like nothing. Because
That's
there's no wood. I literally spawned into the desert. No wood area around me. So I was like, I don't have any weapons or anything like that.
You
So I
just
went
hit the
in
dead bushes
to
with
the
sticks.
pyramid because I was like, I could just dig down. It might take me a while, but still. So I got a bunch of sand to build up with. Went in. There's a witch just sitting in there, chilling.
Nice.
So
That's
I
always
went
the
behind
best.
her and I like got in and got all of the stuff and came back up. And she had like this damage potion that she threw at me. And I like died. And I went back. She wasn't there. She pulled a Houdini. She disappeared after that. I grabbed all my stuff, went to the village. I was like, where is she?
She's like, all right, my
She was like,
job
I'm
is
dipping.
done.
That was like my one thing. It wasn't like I was playing on like hardcore or anything. I was playing on normal, like just the normal setting in between all of them. It's like I like it to be like that. I'm not trying to sweat when I'm just trying to chill and make stuff.
Yeah.
So I also don't want it too easy because that's boring.
Right.
I want it in the middle. So I did that and
Perfect balance.
perfect balance. And apparently they have witches spotting it.
Yeah.
Pyramids. But that and COD. I've been playing COD a lot.
Oh, I got my
Call of
first
Duty.
win in COD the other day.
Nice.
Yep, finally.
I've won like...
I know. You guys won like 4 in one day.
That's true. Not trying to brag, guys, okay? We just got like a good team.
Yeah, that's true.
It's me, Isaac, Parkour, and Curtis. And all 4 of us are just good together.
Yeah.
It's a weird blend. We don't even know how we're good together. Because me and Isaac are like not really that good. We get like 2 kills a game or something like that, but not a whole ton. And they're like Parkour and Curtis like ball out and get like 10 plus or 5 plus. I'm like, how? Me and Isaac are just trying to survive. But me and Isaac are like the people that go around healing, grabbing money, bringing back people. So we're like the support people.
Yeah.
Which I try to be like a hardcore attack and all that stuff, but I'm just deep down I'm not like that. I could, but I'm not like that. Oh.
Yeah.
And then anytime I do have games where I get like a ton of kills, we lose. So I'll be like going off and getting like 10 kills and then we'll just all die. And I'm like, this is stupid. I'm not even gonna try anymore. I might as well just get 1 kill. There's this one game we won where there's a dude shooting me in the back and Curtis went over and started shooting at him and then he hid between the rocks and I looked at him, pulled out my RPG and shot him and killed him. And they're like, did you just shoot? Did you just kill the dude with the RPG? I was like, yeah, he was pissing me off.
Pissed me off, so I shot him right in the face with an RPG.
Yeah, I won. He died. That's my 1 kill. It was like near the end of the game too. This
That's
dude,
funny.
he had no teammates. It was just him, and he decided to shoot me. I was like, I don't like you. Now time to die with the RPG.
That's funny.
It was a whole other world. But yeah, yep. I wanted to say sorry about last week. YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, we didn't post one last week because my phone didn't have any storage
Oh, you want to turn
left
the
on
time
it. Yeah.
Oh, it's on.
Timer. Yeah.
I can't see. That's why. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
check
it's
to
the
see
timer.
if it's actually recording.
Oh, it has the timer on. It should be recording. Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It is recording. Okay. So
good. We're
you
good.
just did that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay.
Guys.
Well, I have enough storage, so it should record for like a whole hour.
Okay.
It's if I don't have storage, it'll just be like 20 minutes. But yeah, that's the reason why we didn't have one is because I didn't know I was out of storage because I kept deleting the videos. Like after I put them on the computer to edit them, I delete them off my phone. But my phone, for some reason, has a 30-day delete thing, which I thought I moved up to like day, and it did not. So I didn't know I was out of storage. So then I went in last Monday and just deleted it all. But that was like after we tried to record twice. Because I didn't know it was a storage problem. I thought it was just like my phone being stupid. Sorry, phone, you're not stupid. It's just I was being dumb, smart. But yeah, I'm sorry that we didn't do that. We do have a Thanksgiving podcast out. It's been out for a while. You guys can go watch that one. That's our last one on YouTube. Besides this one that's going to come out, but
Right.
And then if you want to watch the one we did last week, go to Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts on, and you can listen to it. We don't have a video for it. We're sorry about that. Big goof on our side.
Yep. That's alright.
But it's alright. It's a learning experience, even though we've been doing this for a while. But it's still a learning experience for us
way to
because
put it.
it put us in check I felt like it put us in check a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting all cocky. We're like, we've been doing this for a while. And then last week it was like, really? What about this mistake? And we're like, dang it.
Yep. That's
Why you gotta do it to us like that? So, it was fun. It was fun.
fun. I wouldn't call it fun, but yeah.
It was interesting. It was
funny.
It was funny. It was fun making them before we found out it wasn't recording.
Yeah, we recorded two of them.
Sitting with just talking and all that fun stuff. It was fun. And then we saw that the video wasn't recording and we're like, wow, this is stupid. And then we recorded it one more time. We're like, okay, maybe we'll record this time. And then it was like, also no. Neither. So we just did the audio from the second one. The first one we did not save the audio from.
Yeah.
They both were really good. I liked the second one a lot.
Yeah, me too.
And the first one. I deleted some stuff from that, but I usually do that.
Yeah, that's true.
There's just some stuff that I was like, yeah, I don't want people to know that. Some don't delete it. I said it weird. I'm like, nope. Because there's sometimes I'll be like over the recording and I say it so fast that it just sounds like a whole nother word that just happens to be a cuss word. And I'm like, what the heck?
Sure.
You know I don't cuss. Well, the beginning me. Oh, that was actually pretty fun. I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but grown since then. Like, back then like, episode 1 or episode 3, episode 1 through 5, me was like, anytime something got me a little bit riled up, I would like cuss. And then we'd back, come on!
Yeah.
Like, dang it! I gotta go back and find that, cut it out. And it was super. And it's not like we don't like cuss words or anything like that, and that's why we cut them out. We just want to make sure that everybody can listen to it, so we try to refrain from cussing.
Yeah, as much as possible.
Yeah, as much as possible. And even when we do cuss, you guys don't know.
That's right.
Because I cut it out.
See, like right here. Ready?
Beep, 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 beep.
Put a beep sound over it. Just over this word.
Beep, beep, beep.
Pickle.
Oh my god. How dare you! All those children out there are scarred now.
No, you just gotta put a little beep over top of it.
If I remember. But yeah, it's super weird coming into it now. Because now I don't, like, anytime there's something that, like, rouse me up a little bit, I don't cuss.
Unless we're playing COD.
Yeah. Unless, I meant off podcast, I might. But I meant on podcast, I'm, like, I'm more aware.
Yeah.
I'm, like, I'm trying to make sure that everybody can listen to it. So, I'll watch myself. If you meet me in real life, I might cuss. That I have done it before. Many times. Depending which situation we're in. If it's like a young adult situation, I don't cuss. Because I don't talk.
Church situation.
I don't cuss because I don't talk. I don't really talk in those situations.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless I'm like up in the booth with like Travis, Isaac, and my dad, which I normally am. I'll talk doing that. But then I go downstairs, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I don't feel like talking a lot. I like talk to Isaac and some people, but I've learned over the years it's better to not talk because then sometimes when you do say something smart, people are like, oh, you must be wise. I'm like, I'm not. You just never heard me say something, so you think I'm wise. And it's just, I don't feel like talking around a lot of people.
Yeah, me too.
Torture young adults. No offense to them. It's not like I don't like them or anything like that. It's just I feel like we don't connect in that way. Well, I'm like, oh, I could say something, and they're like, oh yeah. I've learned as over the years of growing up that some people might get offended at some of the stuff I say, so I just keep my mouth shut. I'm like, I don't mean it to offend someone. I make a lot of jokes that some people might not like. I'm sorry. It's just built in me to be that guy.
So then you gotta just gain their trust and then just bomb on them.
Just start boom, and they're like, who are you? You're not the Dominic I know. And I'm like, that's the point. This is the new Dominic.
It's like, now you know me for real.
Now you know the real me.
Get ready for more. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Plus, it's just not a lot of people come up to you and try to speak to you at like church or like young adults. It's not like they're not their fault or anything like that. But I noticed just a lot of people don't know how to talk to a short person. No offense, no offense, because I be seeing memes about that too. They'll be like, "This is how you talk to a short person." It's always like some stupid joke of like them going down and all that stuff, and you're like, "That's not how you talk to a short person. That's actually really offensive."
Just slap them.
Yeah. But
I can see that.
I just feel like a lot of people don't want to talk to me because they're afraid they're gonna say something that offends me, especially in a church setting. Because there was an old man that came up to me and said, "I'm pretty sure I've already shared this,
about this,
but an old man came up to me and basically said that I was like a middle school." And he was like, "Oh, are you ready to go to summer escape or summer camp? Are you ready to go there?" And I stared at him with like, I stared at him.
Stared at
in
him
his soul.
with your
I stared directly into his soul. And it was like, if you say one more thing, I'm going to slap you. And he walked away. He was like, "Oh, honey, time to go." Like he got all like freaked out. Just, "Time to go." Like ran out. I was like, what? Like, what in the right mind just makes you go up to a dude with a mustache? Was growing goatee, earrings. Not near any other kids, near mostly adults, and go, "Are you ready to go to a middle school thing?"
I think you just need a big face tat.
I'm gonna get a tattoo. I'm gonna wear my sleeves like that around
everybody
church and around everybody, just so people will be like, "Oh, he's above the legal age. He's above 18." So maybe I shouldn't say he looks like a middle school. Which it doesn't. Nowadays, it doesn't trigger me like it did when I was younger.
It sounds like it does.
It doesn't trigger me. It's just funny to see how people react. Because then when they find out your age, just the way they like swap so quick. They switch. Switch so much. Like that old man, I think he knew he messed up and he switched real quick. He's like, "Oh, gotta get out of here." And there'll be a lot of people like that. They assume that I'm a kid. They're like, "Okay, come on, kiddo." And then I'll be like, "I'm 19," or I'll be like, "I'm 18." And they'll be like, "Yeah, I gotta go," and they like walk out. I feel like it makes them feel awkward when they do that.
Definitely. Oh, totally.
It is funny to see. It's super funny to see because you just see these people like try to reverse the stuff they said, and I'm like, wow, It used to make me mad though when I was younger. When someone says like I was my little brother's age, which was at the time, if I was 16, he was like 10, 12. So he was like young, and I was 4 years older. And when someone's like, "Oh, are you ready to go in 6th grade or something like that?" I'd be like, "What you just said to me?" Like I would be pissed because it's just like it offended me.
Yeah.
Now I've gotten used to my height, and I've heard every joke in the book about my height and all that stuff. So I'm kind of like dead to it now. And then for a while, no one came up to me, like, and said that stuff because no one really came up to me because I feel like they were afraid to. So no one really did. That the only time it ever happened was, of course, when we would go to like a new dino or something like that. And they'd be like, oh, how many kids menus you need? And my mom would be like, just all adult menus, no kid menus. And they'd be like, oh. I'm pretty sure in their mind they still think I'm a child and just want an adult menu.
Maybe.
But at the end of the day, if you're watching this, well, I'm 19. Yes, I will love a kid's menu.
How many corn dogs it is.
Exactly. That stuff's delicious.
That stuff is
okay? I get that free stuff.
Dino nuggies.
Everybody has to be an adult. I'm going to be a kid.
For the rest of my life.
Let's go! But yeah, it's just. And then there's one dude that I really look up to, and that's Peter Dinklage, because he's small too.
Is that the comedian?
Yeah, he's the dude that's from Game of Thrones, the short dude.
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah,
he's such a good
just
actor.
such a cool dude. He has like a daughter now, and she's taller than him, and there's a photo of him like on a scooter with her. I'm like, bro, like that man is inspiring, because he's probably had to go through the stuff I've went through. Probably way worse, because
he's a lot shorter.
Yeah, he's shorter than me. He's like 4 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's probably got it worse. But, it's just, he's just such inspiring, because now he's an actor. He's making out big bucks.
Yeah.
He was amazing in Game of Thrones. So, he's just, he's just such a good dude. So, anytime someone does make a joke, I try to laugh at it. I try, because some of them are just awful. Because they won't even be clever. They're like, what up, shorty? I'm like, wow, let me add that to the list. 1 million times I've heard that. Okay.
Haven't heard that one before.
Come up with a new one, homie. If you're going to come at me, come up with a new one. New joke! Yeah, even Lincoln. Lincoln has grown to the age where he just likes to insult people.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
So anytime we get an argument, all he yells out is like, oh, at least I'm not sure. That's all he yells. Like 42 times in a row. And I'll be like doing good remarks, but he's just yelling the whole time. You're sure, you're sure, you're sure.
The funny thing is he's not very tall.
No, he's not that tall, much taller than me. And I know he's probably going to be either one of the tallest ones in our family or close to it.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be short. I know that. And I hope he grows tall. That's a good thing. Because hopefully he does. Not go through the stuff that I went through.
I don't know, the knee problems
All
suck.
of that stuff. But not your height. Just like my dad's height or Parker's height.
Yeah.
Or it's like tall enough. Just tall enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to deal with the short jokes or anything like that. Probably still will have to if he ends up being like a football player or something like that. Because they'll like...
No.
What?
There's football players that are short.
Football.
Basketball is where it's like...
If he goes, if he decides he wants to be a basketball player or something, then he might be called a shorty.
Yeah.
Because they're all tall. But they're all giants.
Like, I would be short. Like, I would be pretty short for a basketball player.
Yeah, because they're all like 6'3" or taller.
Yeah, exactly.
Even 6'3" people are short to the people that are 7'4", 7'6". So
exactly.
the 7'3" people look like my height to them.
Yeah.
But it's just weird that the only thing he knows how to say is shorty when we're in a fight. I'm like, wow, you're my brother, and when you were growing up, for a while he had good remarks to like come at you. He'll like say something that just catches you off guard. You're like, I couldn't believe he said that. And now he just like lost all of that. And now he's like at the teenager age where they just pick on one flaw that you look like.
Yeah.
One flaw of your look.
Was
and
that
go after that?
Like, was that what it was like in middle school?
What?
If somebody would pick on you?
Yeah.
That was what it was like? The same exact thing?
Well, not shorty, but yeah.
Yeah.
All about that. A lot of height. A lot of magic got thrown out by people. And I was like, I'm okay with that. They're cool people, so. Why not? I'll be told this one. Why not?
Yeah.
But it was just, through middle school, I was called names and bullied and all that stuff, which is not fun. If you're a bully out there, stop it. Don't bully people. It's not cool. Whatever's going on in your life doesn't give you the permission to go wreck someone else's.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not cool. It's not fair, because at the end of the day, that person might take it offense and might do something that you're going to end up regretting, because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I bullied them to that, or something like that.
What's that
it's not
movie
good.
called? It's the anime movie.
What one?
Where he bullies the deaf girl.
I don't know that one.
Have you not watched that one?
It might be Your Lie in April or something like that.
Oh, A Silent Voice.
Oh, I have not watched that.
You gotta watch that movie.
I've been watching Fairy Tail.
Dude,
that's what I'm watching.
You gotta take a 2-hour break and watch this movie, because you will cry. I was watching it on the plane.
I can't.
I was sitting on the plane and I was like, my mom's right next to me. She's like, "What's wrong?" It's like it's a really good movie.
I don't cry. I think the last time I cried was, I did cry recently, but that's because of a whole nother situation. I'm not gonna explain, because I don't need to. But it's a whole nother situation that I cried over. But I don't normally cry. Like, it builds up in me. It's like rage too.
Me too.
A lot of stuff builds up in me before I break.
That's me too.
So it'll be like a lot of sad stuff that I'm like, yeah, doesn't affect me. And it slowly builds up to like a breaking point. But it has to be big.
Crap,
it's not something small that breaks me. It'll be like something big that happens that tips me over. And I get reset to the bottom.
I don't know. I'm the opposite. It's like big things can happen, and then the littlest thing will tip it over the tipping point, and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm a stone wall when it comes to tiny stuff. People will be like watching a sad movie, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's so sad. I'll be just sitting there stone faced like, okay, nice. Next movie, please. Or I'll be like, yeah, that was sad, but it didn't make me cry. Next movie.
I think Silent Voice would make you cry, for sure.
No, the closest thing that made me cry, there have been many animes that got me to, like, not the watering point, but made me feel something where I was like, oh, damn, that was sad. But I don't cry.
The building inside, the I don't know.
No, it just gives me, like, some feeling. Like, feeling. And I'm like, oh damn, that was pretty sad.
Yeah.
But does it bring me to the points where tears come out of my eyes?
Nah,
Nothing else. I've watched the saddest movie. Well, there was one movie that made me cry, and nothing can equal that. And that's because of my story. It made me cry.
Dude, you gotta watch
that. Was Letters. It was like Letters to Jesus or something about that. It's about a cancer patient that he ends up dying, but he was writing letters to God about his family and all that stuff. It brought me to tears. It made me cry when I watched that, and that's when I was struggling too. I haven't watched it since, because I'm like, I don't want to revisit it. It wasn't a big movie, but we found it and we watched it. I remember I was just like broken. I was just, wow. And it wasn't before I was a teenager too. When I was a child, I didn't cry a whole ton either. When I was a teenager, I did. And that's because my hormones were like, so I just like, I didn't have the strength to block it off. I tried to, but I couldn't. And once I turned like 17, I did cry a whole ton. And then I like cry occasionally, but that's when like something happens that like shakes my world up enough where I'm like, oh dang.
Oh yeah.
That brings tears out. Yeah. Yeah. But that's it. But that movie, like, it broke me. It's just because it just made me think about all my time with my stories. Like, with my story and caring about my family and all the road he went down was like he was just worrying about his family, and he's writing these letters to like God. If you don't believe in our religion, which is Christianity, it's okay. Whatever you believe in, that's okay. This is just our experience. But yeah, he's writing letters to God, and he was like saying, hey, when I go, can you take care of my family and all that stuff? And I was like, oh dang. I started crying because I was like, I remember having those sort of feelings. being like, if I go, all I want is like for my family to be okay and be happy and move on. And then once I kept living, I was like, I still want that. I want my family to be okay and us to be strong. So I'm gonna be strong. And I've carried that ever since I was little. Like, don't show emotion. Shared in the full season. Not a lot during the second. I haven't shared him during the second season, but in middle school I was running with this group of people. They're like the best to me. We're like joking around, all of that stuff. And one day the other dude that was like also the leader, it was like me and him.
The leader.
He just like flipped on me. Like I made a joke that he didn't like, and he just flipped this side and said some stuff that was not great. It was mainly about my health and stuff like that towards me. And it wasn't amazing. He tried to jump me, and he tried to jump me, and
I was like trying to think who it was.
Didn't show up to school for like the next month or two because I was like, I ain't getting jumped. Nope. Mm-mm. So I just stayed away, and then the school was like trying to take his side on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, how dare you? They're like, yeah, you could just go back to normal school with him, and that's okay. I was like, this dude just said he was trying to jump me, and I know when he's kidding around. I've seen him kid around many times. No, he had a straight face the whole time he said it. Like, this kid, when you knew he was joking around, you can tell. So when he's serious, you knew. So he was like that type of dude, and he was like, I'm gonna get all my friends and all that stuff. And the thing was, I knew it wasn't a lie because someone else told me that he was also trying to jump me. So it wasn't just him. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going.
What time are we at?
It is 41 minutes.
41?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So I didn't show up to school for a month, and then finally when I did, they were like, oh, because we met with the principal, because the principal was like, he can't stay out of school. He needs to come back. Which never made sense to me. I was like, I know my career I want. I don't need school for. No offense. Doesn't teach me anything. Literally, most of the stuff I saw at school, I already knew from TV shows and YouTube. And I was around a hospital a lot, so I know even more because of my experience. I knew a lot of stuff because people would come in and say stuff and walk out and all that stuff. And my parents taught me a lot, so I knew the only things they taught I could look up on YouTube. I was like, this makes no sense. They like taught me stuff that might help in the future. Some of it could help, like some math stuff does help.
It's true.
But it was like, oh, you want to know history? I'm like, I already know history. My dad likes to watch it at home, so I know history.
You don't got to teach me. Huge history nerd, dude.
Yeah, and my grandpa. So anytime I went over there, also history. So it was never like I wasn't having history class. The only thing I liked in school was science for the most part because I liked doing the experiments.
Hated science.
I liked doing the experiments, stuff like that, and then writing and reading. It sucked because like we found out I was dyslexic when I was like 12, 14.
Really?
So, yeah, it was. They didn't know. They just thought I didn't want to read for a while.
I didn't know
because I didn't want to read, and then I tried to read something, and then they were like, "Oh, you might be dyslexic." So, yeah, because it was like around teachers, and they saw that I was mixing up words, so they brought it up to my mom. I read something for my mom, and she also was like, yeah, those letters are not the letters you said, or something like that. Like those words.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh dang! Like I can read. I can read.
Better now than it was before?
It's better now because I read slower.
Okay.
But when people are like, you gotta read this fast, hurry up, we gotta go, that's when it kicks in. Because I try to read it fast, and my eyes, when I skim, is like all the words like just don't make sense to me. I'm reading it through, I'm like, yeah. And then back, what was it about? I'll be like, I'll say it, and they'll be like, that's not what it was about. I was like, well, you made me read it fast. let me take my job. So even when I get like long messages, which my last girlfriend would send a lot of long messages, and it'd take me forever. And then I'd respond, and sometimes she'd be like, "Why did you take so long?" And I'm
like, well, you sent me like the longest message ever.
It took me forever to read. Yeah, the last message she wrote to me was like a paragraph. It was long. It took me a while to read. It was like basically her breaking up with me and all that stuff, but it was a long one. I was like, this is the longest breakup I've ever read. Most of them I just straight up with it. They're like, I don't want to date you anymore, bye, or we're breaking up, or I don't want to see you. That stuff, I'm like, okay, that's straight to the forward. I could read that.
Yeah.
But I get why she had like a lot of feelings towards me, so she didn't want to be like seem like that type of person.
Yeah.
But it was just like a nightmare for me. I was like, oh my gosh, she's making me read. She read books a lot too. And then I started reading a book. I got into the first couple sentences, and I was like, this is boring. Me too.
That's how I feel about books.
It's not like I hate reading, because there are stuff that I like to read about. Like, of course, when we'll be like going places, I'll be like, oh, I think this is this place. Like I did a couple weeks ago. Went to a McMenamins, and it was like, it used to be a lot of places. It used to be like a jail, prison.
Which one did you go to?
All that. It's up in Oregon.
Oh, Troutdale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that place.
And it was, yeah, so it was like a lot of stuff in like back in the 1930s and all that stuff. It was like where they kept like war prisoners and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Slaves, all that stuff, which I don't agree with.
So much.
It used to be a hospital, a psych ward, now it's a hotel. It was a lot of stuff, so I was like, didn't this place used to be blah blah blah? I said a jail, and they're like, no, it used to be a psych ward, or no, it used to be a hospital, and they were all right, and I was right too.
When me and Abby went there,
Yeah.
the server, the waiter, he was telling me that he's heard multiple people talk about ghosts and stuff in the hotel.
Yeah, I also read some stuff up on.
Like not like evil ghosts.
Yeah.
Like chill ghosts, like just making a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah.
But he said like he gets it every week.
Wow.
Just somebody's like, yeah, do you?
Yeah, there was a ghost in my room. That was chill. They're like,
who's just making a coffee?
Oh, that was super weird. But yeah, there'd be like those situations I'm okay with reading, because I'm like, I want to know more about this.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys don't know what fives are, I don't like to get in my Enneagram numbers at all, but it'll help you guys understand my mind a little bit better. Fives, we like to research stuff more. We like to get a lot of knowledge about stuff. And that's basically who we are. We're the people that you go to if you want to know about something, usually. So, it's like that. A lot of billionaires are fives, which is the thing.
Nice.
Because it shows who's famous. I was like, dang it. Also, some directors are fives, too. So I'm like, wow. So it's like, I felt like everybody, but it's just, that's how my mind works. Is like, if I want to know about something, I'll research about it. And then if you try to pick a fight with me about it, I will give you the facts, because I researched it.
Yeah.
Because I've had people that are like, no, this happened. I'm like, no, I literally just watched a video on it and read up on it, and it's this. Because I like to watch a lot of like videos that'll break it down and be like, this is where it comes from. Like I've been watching a lot of Greek mythology, and I tell like the story and how we see them in pop culture now and all that stuff. And a couple weeks back, I was in the car with Elena and Parker, and we were talking about like random stuff. I was bringing up random topics just to see if I could catch Parker off guard. And I did. I was like, do you know who the Lila Rona is? And he was like, who's that? Elena knew who it was.
I had no idea who that is.
It comes from Mexico, the story. Comes from Mexico. It's a Spanish and Mexican myth. Well, not myth. I wouldn't say it's a myth because people have said they've seen it, but it's this woman that she got married and she had 2 kids, and then her husband started disappearing and not showing up much, and then they got divorced. And when she found out her husband found a new wife, she went down to the river and drowned her kids, and then drowned herself.
Why?
That's one of the versions. There's many versions of it. Like some where she took her kids to the river and they fell in and drowned, and then she drowned. Or there's some where she like forcefully drowns them and then drowns herself out of like
Jeez.
pure horror of what she done. So now they say if you're in Mexico and your children are alone, they could be taken by La Llorona. A lot of people tell their, well, not a lot of people, it's part of the cultural, so they'll tell their children, like, hey, if you leave my side, La Llorona could come and take you away. So it's like, it's supposed to scare children.
I see, yeah.
It's like, if you run away, you're gonna drown. And then the Conjuring people, the people that made Conjuring, they also made a movie about her. And it's, yeah, she wears all white. She wears a white gown.
Is it The Ring? Is that The Ring?
No.
Oh.
No.
What movie is it?
It's called La Llorona.
Oh.
Literally.
I don't watch horror movies.
When I saw the story, it's if you guys want to know more about this, if you're also 5 and you want to know more about this, watch this dude named John Solo. He does a lot of folk tales, and he like tells the like where they come from. That's why I don't like Pinocchio anymore, because he told me the original story, and I was like, wow, Pinocchio's not a good dude.
No.
All that stuff. But yeah, he told me that one because I watched it. But when I heard that one, I was like, dang. So I broke that out, and Parker was like, how do you know that? I'm like, I just watch stuff. I like to watch YouTube videos and gain knowledge from it. I feel like
I watch a lot of Bigfoot YouTube.
Yeah, I bet. I feel like a lot of people, when they think of 5s, which we're not gonna probably talk about this ever again on the podcast. We might bring it up once or twice, but I feel like a lot of people, when they think of like investigating or research, they think of like reading. But nowadays, you don't really gotta read. You could just like watch multiple videos on it and learn about it, because those people like go in and actually do the research, and it gives them views and gives them like time to like gives them money basically for doing research.
Maybe you should do that for your YouTube.
What? Go do research?
Yeah, do research and tell it.
And then tell it. So, guys, I got the news and the scoop.
You totally could.
It'll be... I feel like we should do one of those videos. Yeah. Like, we should do that.
You would enjoy it a ton.
I feel like I might, but I feel like we should. Like, for our YouTube videos, like, we should do some of those. Like, just find a story.
Yeah.
And then we, like, tell it.
Yeah. That'd be good.
And then we do that. And we could just do it like this.
YouTube
there
video.
you go.
Next YouTube video.
We'll just sit here with Elena and we'll tell it. There you go. And we'd have it right here. Or we'll have it in a new area.
Yeah.
Depending on.
And now we have a second laptop. Oh! I didn't tell the viewers that. I got a new laptop finally.
Yeah.
We can have a research laptop and a recording laptop.
Yep.
Sweet.
We need to
get like a tablecloth for this though, so it doesn't make so much noise. Or wood. I should make a table.
That's true. But yeah, that's a story I told him, and he was like, "How do you know this?" I was like, "I did research." Elena knew where it was. She's like, "Oh yeah, La Llorona." I was like, "Yeah."
Well, Elena's Hispanic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She's like, "I heard of it." And I was like, "Yeah. I know it."
Yeah.
I know a lot of real things. Like, leprechauns are more messed up than you think they are. They will steal children and throw them.
I've heard that one before.
They literally just like pick up babies and just yeet them, and they'll bite your toes if they like come in the thing.
Just eat them. Just eating babies.
Just eat babies, literally. If they just like create a baby, they're bad at you. They just like grab your baby and eat it, like chuck it, like get out of here, baby. No offense to any babies watching this, but don't go near a leprechaun. They might
That's
eat
funny.
you. And they really love gold, which everybody knows.
Yeah.
But, they also do shoes. Like, they fix up shoes.
Oh, so they're like cobblers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh-huh. And they love to,
cool.
like, be in hills. They like hobbits. Of
Nice.
like, they have, like, little hill houses. They're pretty cool. And then, they're just, yeah, I did a lot of research on a lot of stuff. Like, I heard this one called, like, the Donkey Bride.
That
The
what?
Donkey Princess. Something like that. It's a messed up story. It's about, like, this girl that ends up being a donkey.
Nice.
In one of the stories. There's, like, many versions.
Oh, dude, that's
many
who it is
artists.
in
What?
Shrek.
No.
That's who the donkey is in Shrek.
No.
Yep.
No,
Donkey.
I watched a video of that, and they said someone has a theory that it's probably just one of the Lost Boys. Well, not Lost Boys, but you know that messed up place in Pinocchio where all the bad kids go? That's one of those kids. How they all turn into
Donkey?
donkeys.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Someone made a theory like that's what it is. It's like one of those kids. Like they escaped, but they turned in a donkey. Now
Yeah.
they can talk
That makes sense.
because they could still talk while they're a donkey. But once they lose that ability, they get shipped out and sold. So
Have you ever watched Shrek the Musical?
yes,
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
I
that.
have.
I didn't know that.
I have actually.
Dude,
There's
I
a
love
lot of
musicals.
stuff that people would just be like, I did not expect you watch that.
Do you like musicals or?
No.
No?
Not really. No.
I'm a theater kid, so.
I watched High School Musical, which
Yeah, I hate
everybody
that
has.
movie.
I've watched Shrek the Musical, which
That's a good one.
not a lot of people know, but I've watched it, and I actually decently like it.
Yeah, it's a
pretty
good
funny.
musical.
I
like
turned
it.
it on for Lincoln, and Lincoln kept screaming, "Turn it off!" And me and Jax were just laughing. I'm like, "Oh, Jax, you want to watch it even more?" And he's like, "Yes." Jax actually liked it, so we were like watching that.
That would
Shrek
make
the
sense for
Musical. It was on Netflix for a while,
Yeah.
so I watched
I think
it
it's
online.
still on Netflix.
And it was pretty cool because the dude that was playing Lord Farquaad was like on his knees all the time. And he's funny.
I love that part.
It was hilarious.
Another good one, Tick Tick Boom. It's got Andrew Garfield in it.
I've seen that on Netflix.
Yeah?
I haven't watched it, but I've seen
Yeah,
the trailer.
it's a
for
good
it.
one.
But I watched a little bit of Hamilton.
Oh yeah,
I didn't watch the full thing, but I watched a little bit of it.
Hamilton is my favorite.
I've watched like a lot of movies that people would be like, "How do you know that?" And I'd be like, "I watched it," and they'd be like, "Why did you watch it?" And I'm like, "I don't know why." That's all for today. Hope you guys have an amazing week. And do you have anything to say?
See you next week.
Also, before we forget, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, comment down below what show you think people don't know you watch. Also, follow us on Instagram. We have Twitter. If you guys like Twitter, follow us on that.
Yep, at Smalls and Bigs.
At Smalls and Bigs on Instagram and on Twitter. Well,
And
I
on
think on
YouTube.
Instagram it's Smalls and Bigs Podcast.
Smalls and Bigs podcast. Yes.
On Instagram it's Smalls and Bigs Podcast. On YouTube it's Smalls and Bigs. And on
Twitter,
Twitter
it's
it's Smalls and
Bigs
Bigs Podcast. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. Before I break, I'm forgetting one thing. If you like just listening to our voice and not seeing us, you can follow us
Spotify.
on Spotify or anywhere you listen to
Apple
podcasts.
Podcasts, Amazon Music.
Pretty sure we got all of them. We got a couple we don't have, but
Yeah.
we got the main ones. But that's it for today. See y'all next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Hopefully
this
I won't
is
have
none.
the sunglasses on.
Yeah, this is none other than Smalls Hand.
And Bigs.
See ya.